Hey, it's MLO Sharice, your friendly neighborhood mortgage loan originator. And today we are closing out our series on credit by discussing student loans. I mentioned earlier in the series that student loans can be great for credit age, they can be good for payment history, but they can kind of mess up that debt to income ratio. So we want to talk a little bit today about how they're calculated into your debt. The first thing I want to be clear about is that the monthly payment amount that's reported on the credit report is what is used to calculate your debt, not the total balance. So if you have $500,000 in student loans with a $100 monthly payment, that $100 is what matters, not the $500,000. So if there's a balance and the current payment due is $0, we are required to estimate the monthly payment. The thinking behind that is if there is still a balance, but the payment amount right now is $0, at some point this balance will need to be paid. Mortgages can be 15 or 30 years. So if there is still a balance, we assume that at some point in 15 or 30 years, that balance is going to come due. And we need to estimate the payment amount to ensure that you can pay that bill and your mortgage. Depending on the loan program, the amount calculated as an estimate can be 1% or 0.5% of your total loan balance. For example, if you have $100,000 in student loan debt and you are getting a Fannie Mae loan, 1% of your total balance will be calculated as an estimated monthly payment. So we'd put $1,000 added to your monthly debt. If it's a Freddie Mac loan, which calculates 0.5%, then we'd be calculating $500 into your monthly debt as we calculate your debt to income ratio. I've had borrowers before pull their loans out of forbearance and out of deferment specifically to buy a home because the actual payment is often lower than the estimated payment. It's a personal situation, a personal decision, so you decide what works best for you and your situation when it comes to student loan repayment. To recap, the monthly payment amount, not the total balance, is what's used to calculate your DTI. It can be, if the payment amount is $0, the payment will be estimated, and it can be estimated at 0.5% or 1% of your total loan balance. And then there's the option to pull your loans out of deferment or forbearance to get an exact repayment amount so that the overestimated payment is not calculated into your DTI. If you have questions, if you want to explore programs or run through scenarios, you can call me, text me, email me, or DM me, and we can get started today.